Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. In order to solve this quadratic equation, we have following method. First method is a factorization. In factorization, we convert the quadratic equation into factors. Second method is a completing square, and third method is a quadratic permuta. Starting from the first quadratic equation, let's suppose we have a quadratic equation in order to solve this equation by first method, which is factorization method, so we will simplify this equation. So when plus 1 come to this side, it become minus. So now we will further simplify the equation by dividing the whole equation by 2 x, and it will become 6. So now in factorization method, the most important step is this one. So we will split this equation with the addition sign, so that split equation or their split values will give us x when we add or subtract it, or their multiplication will give us. So the multiplication of their two value will give us x square and 6x square, and their addition will give us x. So if we look into 6x square, so if we look into the factors of 6, so first factor come into our mind is 2 multiply 3, which is 6. When we add these two values, so it will give us x, and if we multiply these two values, it will give us 6x square. So let's solve the problem. So if we put minus sign to 2x and plus sign to 3x, so if we add this value, it will give us x. If we multiply this value, it will give us 6x square. 6x square. Now taking common, 3 is a common. Now sorry, it will minus 2. When take 3 is a common. Now let's move to the whole page. So x is a common, 3 is a common. So now in these two equations, x minus 2 is common. Now we left with x plus 3. Now, so x minus 2 is equal to 0, x plus 3 is equal to 0. So we got two values of plus 2 and minus 3. So we solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Now let's use the second method, which is a completing square. Which is a completing square. So let's take in an example for this. For example, in completing square, we will focus on this equation. A minus b whole square is equal to a square b square minus 2ab. So we will convert this whole equation to this form in order to perform the completing square method. We will add something or subtract something in such a way that it will not modify the original equation. For example, look, if we look into this equation, so here the missing sign is this one. The missing sign here is this one. If we look at this equation, so what should be added to this equation in order to use this formula? So if we add (16) on the both side, so now the equation is complete for completing square method. So if we modify further this equation like this, and so we will left with a 7 this side. Now if we look into this equation, we have as b square and a square, and 2 times, if we split this 8 like this, so 2 times a into b. Now if we rewrite this equation like this, 2 4 x, so look into this formula. A square b square minus 2 times a into b. So here we have a is x and b is 4, and so it's now complete. So we convert this whole equation into this form. X So this whole equation is converted into this form according to the formula. Now, so if we take under root, square root on both sides, so we will get this equation. Now x is so we solve the equation by completing square. So third method, we have quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. So here the quadratic formula is so this formula is according to this quadratic equation. Now here all the value is given in this. So now solving by quadratic formula. So let's take an example. For example, we have an equation like this one. Now according to quadratic formula, so here a is a 3, b is a -6, and c is 2. So put all these value in the formula. So b is what of -6, and then we have a b square minus 4a. What is a? 3. What is c? Which is 2. Divide by 2a. Now so if we multiply minus sign of 6, so it will become plus sign. If we square this minus sign of 6, it will become plus, and it will give us 36. 4 3s are 6. 4 multiply 3 is equal to 6. 6 multiply 2 is equal to, sorry, 4 multiply 3 is equal to 12. 12 multiply 2, sorry, if we look into the previous equation, if we rewrite the previous equation, what was the values? I can't remember the value. So to rewrite this equation, we will understand what happened now. So this equation, which this is 2, it will become 24, and this is 6. Now which become 12 divided by 6, if we split this equation, x is 6. Now now so if we going to simplify this equation, what will happen? Now in order to solve this equation, so if we remove the 2, now so this is the final answer. X is